amepita si lazima tubute. Tuko tunabani tupenda kwao tuko safe free space. Kabumbi boxi tunatesi. Kakangu kona kokanita go best. Unamtaka unataka tukuponye ponye. Tapua dole dole. Forenda tamsaka yole yole. Step kujifunga extra. Step kupatana na maponye ponye. Usisitake kuifia.
Good afternoon, good morning, grand rising, good evening from our end. 10 minutes past 5 p.m. right here in the 254 Karibuni. And I hope you guys are doing amazing this wonderful Tuesday evening from our end, and whatever the time is and you're catching this live from, welcome to another beautiful episode of the reaction time. Of course, my name is Joby, and I hope you're having a wonderful easy time so far, and hope you're ready for the conversation today. Today is a little bit different. We're not going to be all over different videos. We're going to be on a specific conversation regarding what is happening today in Kenya, and generally, of course, the 100 monkey test literally being now approved. But karibuni sana once again. I'm the captain of the day. We got SH to the money, and of course Mr. Business in the building as well.
Wagwan, everybody, thank you so much.
How you guys doing?
We are fine, surviving, mad, going crazy.
Why are you going crazy? Why are you mad?
Just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
How are you feeling?
Drained. Like
drained on that pink. Pink doesn't drain. You know, colors actually should vibrate your mood.
Listen, this is me trying to, like, I was very happy today.
Very happy.
Yeah.
I saw you walking. I saw you coming. Like,
yeah, like I was really happy.
Standing on business for real.
Then
it happened. He made us mad again. He reminded us.
Like, so this man has been killed while selling masks. No, listen. While selling masks at a protest about a guy that was killed
by a police. It's crazy. Shmani, how you doing?
I'm mad.
You're mad?
I say
damn, apart from being mad.
I'm mad, yeah, surviving.
Okay.
Let me just say that. One day at a time. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing amazing. I can't complain. Ready for the conversation, of course. It's a little bit heated because this is just super crazy to see it is happening in our country, and especially on a day when you're trying to demand justice for something that just happened and then it happens again.
I mean, your faces.
What are you trying to tell us? Like, gonna try kutusho nini? But karibuni sana. In case you're here for the first time, do subscribe. This is the Black Water Network radio station, media of the 21st century. And of course, before we get started, we do have some amazing products we'd love to share with you, which you can get on the Beach of Fun Sports page. So ensure if you don't have the app, go to the Google Play Store. Black Water Network is the name. In case you are an Android device user, in case you're an iPhone Apple user, www.blackwater.network is our active website. And of course, once you have that, we have some amazing supplements like some ashwagandha, we have some CMOS, we have, what else? Kamlesh, would you love to tell them?
Shea butter.
Kamlesh, put them on. We have some honey goat weed. Actually, he's supposed to be knowing that because he's a man. You know, some honey goat weed, which is very important. Don't get yourself equatorial guinea or, you know, anything bad. But karibuni
sana. Sisi ndio maigonga.
Unajua alisema ngojea utapata umegongewa.
Sisi ndio nakwambia. Sisi ndio tunawagongea.
Wewe ndio ego, sasa nimeshikanisha. Wewe ndio ego.
Sisi ndio maigonga.
Wow, that's amazing. But get yourself some ashwagandha. Let me share some of these amazing supplements you can get, of course, and much more coming from the Black Water Network.
I'm not human.
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3 and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the sports and nutrition store.
Yes, and much more. So in case you're there on the network and of course this is your first time, hope you do. After this, go to the Bishop and Sports page and check these amazing supplements which you can get at a very affordable price. We also have an active apparel store. Get yourself some hoodie, beanie, mug, some short glass, some sandals, some handbag for your wife and your side chick. So ensure you do that. But karibuni sana once again. This is the reaction time. My name is Joby Gashmani and Kamlesh in the building as well. And today, like I said, we shall be focused on what is happening specifically in Kenya. Normally on reaction time, or rather on the reaction, on the reaction time, we're only talking about the bam niggas, you know. But today the main bam nigga, or the main bam man is our very own president and our very own police officers as well. In general, they are bam men, very poorly trained, because it's sad that this week, actually they started last week, right? The demonstrations, right? Over Juang. It started last week where a young man, not sure of his age, but a young man, 31-year-old man who was arrested for posting something that apparently was offensive to one of the top police officers, and the police officers demanded his arrest, and when he got into the cell, he was pronounced dead. Apparently, the first statement that was given is that he hit his head on the wall. He suicided himself. So, and then minutes later, we hear the camera was really tampered with. We hear that, you know, how he was taken to the hospital, how he was abandoned, how it took so many minutes for them to even check the body and all that. It's just so much going on. And Kenyans, of course, have been on the streets demanding justice and, of course, calling out police brutality, because this is not the first case. You know, it's crazy because it's crazy how this case actually is the only one that is making us mad. But I hope we're actually going back to incidents that have actually also happened and that have not been recorded on camera, because kuna cells mingi ziko on dungeons, like so many cells that actually are in places that actually do not even have electricity. There are cells that actually don't have lights for real, you know, and you find people get brutally handled there and they end up losing their lives. So many young people have lost their life. I have a video I want to share on that. So many young people have lost their lives because of being mishandled by cops, being mistaken for a different person just because you have locks or because of a certain type of dress code. So it's super crazy. So in case you're wondering, we're talking about police brutality in general. So of course Kenyans are on the street. And on the first video I'm going to share, of course, which is now currently of course going viral, is of the young man who has been shot very close. Personally, I feel like crying. I really feel mixture of emotions, because it's just super crazy to see this is happening on a day of justice. So a mask vendor has been shot very close. He was just standing minding his business. They beat him and shot him straight to the head. And of course I've seen so many people, multiple of people trying to send him to the hospital, you know, trying to rush him to the hospital. I'm not sure if he's gonna survive, because this is a headshot and
he's been shot dead. So he's dead.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. So what are your thoughts?
It's sad. The video is traumatizing first and foremost. Very traumatizing. If you see it, there's just emotions that bring, I don't know, but today, like this evening, the country, you can feel, I don't know if you guys feel the temperature may change. Yeah, environment. Like the environment has actually changed, and there's a emotion that it feels like deep down. You feel some type of way. So literally, it is a very disturbing video. This guy was shot on a close range, and I remember just a few, if it's not a month or 2 months ago, I was reporting how the court ordered after hizo vitu zote that police are not allowed to actually have live bullets. It's not even a month down the line, there's already another demonstration and they're using live bullets. And then if you want to know how brutal this guy is, it's the comfortability. Amemshoot na ametembea like nothing, like you're a nobody. Like, he's so comfortable doing that. It is just super sad, and a lot of people have lost their lives with police brutality. A lot of youths, a lot of people have been left homeless, a lot of children have been left fatherless and motherless just because of this. And it is the same day that people are trying to actually get answers.
It's
But
crazy.
yeah, it's just, and then you hear what the president is saying. He doesn't want to be distracted, and he's ready
What do
to
you
take
mean?
it to the cross and whatever he's saying. And for the consequence,
ready
he says
to
he's,
pay the price.
he's
In
ready
this
to pay the
country.
price. That's what
Whatever
he's
it
saying.
is.
Whatever
What
it takes.
price? What are you willing to
The
pay?
price is the blood
2
of the
million.
people
The price is 2 million to
to
parents.
shun you down.
Wanakuwa alafu
Literally.
wanapatia mzazi wako 2 million.
2
2 million. Let's talk
Literally.
about that. Like, it's crazy to see, because let me see if I can find the video. How we're fighting for.
You don't even need to find it.
No, let's even go back to now Ojwang's case, right? We're fighting for, and people, the reason why people on the streets, despite understanding the finance bill whole situation, the whole anniversary whole thing, if that is the mentality of the majority, people on the street because of Ojwang, because this man was actually standing for what is actual democracy, you know, talking the truth,
Yeah.
expressing democracy, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
I have the right to criticize the government. I do have that right.
Yes, you're my employee. I can
do have the right to
criticize you.
criticize the government, but it's crazy to see and to question, did someone educate Ojwang's father on what and why people on the street? Why his son was arrested?
He knows, because I saw him say another
Cause-
speech akisema, I have lost a son, but I have found children in different homes. So he definitely knows.
What?
He definitely
So,
knows.
listen, in my opinion, he does know.
He knows.
But you know, John had a daughter. He was a father. Okay?
I understand that, Carlos.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
to some extent, we have to fight for justice today.
Mm-hmm.
He has to do so while thinking about his grandchild's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, if you actually put yourself in his position, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you'll say, because you're looking at, there's a whole future here for a young girl who's now fatherless.
Okay.
What happens if we say no to this? But like, because nobody else had come out and whatever, you get what I mean? But that's not even Kenyans na pesa. Hakuna Mkenya ataikataa pesa akipewa pesa.
Africa.
It's the problem. You know how
No,
I see
listen,
families?
listen, yeah, it's the
Amekulia
problem.
mtoto na nakulipa. That's
Yeah.
just how I view it.
Because see, amesema he'll pay the price. But listen,
I couldn't.
there's a question of justice here that is not being answered. There's a question of
Exactly.
a young man
Thank you.
being tortured from 9:30 p.m. till 1 a.m.
Exactly.
Okay? Then being taken back to the cells, almost lifeless. Then taken to hospital. Then while at the hospital, by the time when they arrive and the time that the body is taken out of the whatever, it took 24 minutes.
So apparently
He might
was
have-
brought dead.
Yeah,
That's
he was brought
related.
dead, but they were in no rush.
Yeah.
If you see the video, he was already dead.
Yeah.
They were in no rush. Then they went and got a gynae and put the body there and pushed it to wherever they pushed it to.
Because
Yeah.
even at the reception where they write, they say dead already. If you come, sinaandikwa kama umeleta unconscious, whatever. It was written dead already.
And he was cold.
Yeah.
They said he was cold.
So there's a question here where yesterday the ni OCS ama whoever mwenye amekuwa akiongea.
DIG?
No,
The one who stepped down?
apart from the one who stepped down, the one who's been arrested, Uwe Mukhwana or
Yeah.
something, that guy.
Mukwana.
He came out and said that waliambiwa, okay, by the one who has resigned, that anafaa afunzwe nini? Adabu.
It's the OC. It's not the one who resigned. Talam, the OCS.
Yes. They were told,
Yeah.
Kijana, from where?
Yeah, from the OCS, from the boss.
No. The instructions came from high up. From Langat or whoever. Mwenyame DIG. And he was in Karura Forest. At what point is a democracy? Okay? Why are we taking people to forests katikati ya usiku to torture them? Like, are we, which era is this that we are living in? Are we fighting for freedom from our own selves? Or are we actually trying to learn how to govern ourselves properly? Because at this point, we've become freedom fighters against our own will. What we want is justice. What we want is good governance. You turn us into freedom warriors because every time we speak up, you show us the gun. The only thing Ruto has on this country is a monopoly on violence. Okay? And at some point, something has to give. And that is why you see the impunity that they can actually shoot a man that was trying to get his daily bread, trying to, despite everything, he's trying to get that 10, 20 shillings in town. In the midst of chaos, he's still trying to provide for his family. He's still trying to provide for himself. And you shoot him dead while he's holding the same masks he was selling.
This is crazy. I feel my mind is just on a cloud, of thoughts. It's crazy.
Because here's the thing, yeah? People will be mad about, and then who hires goons?
Exactly.
Who hires goons to work with the police?
Sakaja. Allegedly. Sakaja.
Do you know how low IQ that is? That is a bottom feeder politician. That is somebody that has no degree of philosophical thinking, like as if Kiria passed Nja na Kukunia. Like you have zero moral compass. And what will happen now? We were just watching the live pale hivo. Hapo nyuma ya MKU watu wanapiga hapo Mangeta live mchana, unaibiwa pole pole.
Today.
Sahi, see, we were watching Maandamano live.
Yeah.
You know why that is happening right now? Because a stupid politician somewhere has empowered goons and given them the encouragement that
527. I've seen somewhere.
Wamelipwa
527
shillings. Imagine unalipwa 527
bob.
Punch na 27 ya kutoa. Sawa? And then, but here's the domino effect. You know, ndio nasema he aiziona past his nose. Nakwambia the way tutaanza kuibiwa hii Kanairo, hata kama si time ya maandamano, mtati. They have been given the kiburi that they can now come out and do as they wish. They've been publicly.
Exactly.
Because they were all holding the same rungus. That means armed by a singular guy.
And of course
they were being escorted by police. At what, as I said, 2027, IQ test ya Wakenya.
Literally. No car.
IQ test ya Wakenya. Because there's no way we can live as a country in this state.
But
we
you know hata saizi kamla shata tukisema IQ test. Mmeona, I don't know if you've seen news and updates where the DIG comes from. They're protesting against him being removed or resigning from that seat. And they're saying it's an unfair judgment. So even if you're going to say IQ test or whatever, a whole community wameenda kwa streets. People are demonstrating about people's unfair deaths. mwingine ana demonstrate to protect the one that
No, but do you understand how that will go? Do you know why that is happening? They got paid. They got paid to do so. Nobody will care enough about your job in government to take time off their day akutete. First of all, Buddha, pesa umekula kutoka uingie kazi tu za hongo. Hakuna polisi hajai kula hongo.
Let me share the video and hear what they have to say.
You shouldn't give such people airtime.
Apparently, what I choose is a video or. Okay, but it says. So it says locals in Celia, Kipkaren, DIGL with the Guts hometown protest against his unfair treatment and what they claim is a plan to undermine Lagat, who stepped aside on Monday to allow investigations into the killing of Albert Ojwang. They say he's a good man. We know him as a humble person who cannot kill anyone. He is an ardent church goer, and he is even wanted to be a holy father before joining the police service. They are mistreating him because they know he is a content, and the president admires in him too.
So what if the president, why do we care?
The IQ test, that's where we go back to. Whatever Kamlesh actually is literally saying, this is the IQ test actually of Kenyans right now, these coming elections, and even right now. Because the fact that actually, looking at the youth, you're the majority, but the fact that you being the majority who actually who are unemployed, the majority who are living in slums, sorry to say, majority whose mother majority are in hospitals, majority mwenye mnataka kutoka kwa block, like for real. But you're the still majority who are gonna get paid $500, $3, just $3 to go beat up people. I've seen a man, you've seen that man who has been beaten baka Troze Katoka. They have robbed everything from him.
They cornered a certain woman.
Like, you're not even thinking about, even this is someone aged your father. That mentality is not even coming to you. You're the majority, unemployed, living in slums. Unapigia mtu mboka ya siku moja mwe anaenda kuishi posh life. Hata akiamka ni sausage steak, akona mamboch, akona everything is running. Akona fuel iko paid every month. Sindio, financed.
Yeah.
For 500.
Yeah.
To go and beat someone who's hustling like you.
No. To go disrupt somebody that is fighting for your freedom.
Is this crazy?
You get? This person is saying, msituue. Then wewe, in your right mind, you leave home because umepoa 500, ukuje unichape, uniibie.
It's sad to see that people have that mentality. It is really, really sad.
No, it's sad to see politicians working with goons, Joby.
But let me share this Gachagua video here. We hear, and then these people are friends. This is what I'm gonna say. These people are friends.
Yeah.
Just like I heard you say earlier today on a video you were not sharing regarding the same situation. This is politics, and if you don't understand politics by now, you're a fool. And that's why 527 works for you, to have a walking stick and think like, you know, you're the big man bazoo of the country, or you know Ruto so much, you know. It's crazy. But one thing I've captured with Gachagua, personally, my understanding is a fuel of tribalism. Hi cousins, sour. Now is a statement, is now a trend and everything. But everywhere this man is going is fuel, not directly, but indirectly. And if you catch it, personally, I've seen it's indirectly. It's fueling tribalism. Indirectly, from how I've picked it. If you listen to most of his videos, regions is going, it's in not a direct attack, it's indirectly. But listen to him here.
Finally, this issue of Albert Ojwang is just a tip of the iceberg. Hundreds of young people have been tortured to death
So, question again. This man was a deputy president during last year's demonstration, and I remember when the shots were being called. Of course, being a deputy president, probably you don't have a say past the president. You know, why is this kiza mboka zako? You end up kusema na ni hivyo, but still, you didn't come out, stand out with Kenyans and say, as a deputy president, actually I resign because whatever is happening in the current regime is not true, is not supposed to be right, is a crime, is not supposed to be happening. You stood there until your so-called impeachment, which is another mass distraction, and worked very well. The propaganda is working very well. You're now in opposition, you know, fueling tribalism, and now we're supposed to believe that actually you're revealing the top secrets of someone that you are actually very close to. Just the other day, Kamlesh, are you buying that?
No.
I'm not buying it personally, because I don't know how many people are buying this.
By a special squad of 101 officers that was set up on the instructions of William Ruto and seconded to Nice and Aludin Hajj, and trained highly on abductions, torture and killings and cover-up.
So when was this? Because abductions have been happening for a year plus continuously, and you were in government back then. Mbona hukusema hii story before? Why is it relevant right now? Because you were part of it. Because before that happens, you have to be part of that committee. How do you know specific? It's 101 people. They've been taught. They've been, because you were part of that thing. Why is it relevant? Unakuja kuisema 1 year later.
Good question. Why is it relevant right now?
Tu vile tu imeponyoka hii ya Ojwang. Wengi sana wamekufa.
Do you get that rhetoric? Ingine imeponyoka. As in, it was not supposed to get out.
Get out.
Normally, these things, we do them, but they don't get out.
Exactly.
We do them.
Exactly. They do happen.
We do these things, but haitoki. Ni kama venye nimetoka wamekuwa sloppy.
And William Ruto cannot run away from these deaths. He is responsible. And Kenyans will punish him for that. That case of Ojwang is a cover-up. Aipoa, hao watu Ruto ndiye ameweka hapo. IG ni mtu yake. DIG ni mtu yake. DCI ni mtu yake. Hata DCI alienda bunge. Akadanganya bunge ya kwamba ati alipelekwa akiwa uhai, akakufa akiwa mkononi mwa daktari. CCTV imeonyesha alifika amekufa. Akaketi hapo 24 minutes.
Yeah, so you know, anyone buying right now any fuel from, I'd say, any opposition or any politician who has never been an activist from the word go, this is all a bluff, okay? This is all a bluff. No one has ever stood up boldly said, you know, I think Ruto is corrupt. And those who've seen saying it, RIP to the MP of the MP of which county, MP Flani Mwenyali did just a few months ago. Exactly. For having balls to call out corruption in different ways. That is what is gonna happen to you. So it's more.
You see, police brutality, unfortunately, imekuwa happen for years now. For example, Kenjokomo brothers, Benson Jiru and Emmanuel Mutura, walikuwa arrested by the police under COVID-19 curfew rules. Later, they were found dead from severe beatings. The case has been stalling, as you would expect, and the latest development is that court was adjourned because one of the officers who was to take a stand was hospitalized and could not attend the hearing. How convenient, right? So will the brothers ever get justice? Baby Samantha Pendo, a 6-month-old baby, was shot by police officers during the 2017 post-election violence. 12 were named in the murder, 1 went missing, 7 were released for no evidence, and 4 were charged. And from there is a possibility that the 4 will be granted release on bond. The court is yet to agree, but so far, the DPP na IPOA are not against this arrangement. The murder took place in 2017, wherein 20-25 people. Will baby Pendo get her justice? Back to COVID-19 times. Yasin Moyo, a 13-year-old boy, was shot in the stomach by police officers while in his home's balcony as he was watching police officers patrol his home area. The named suspect, Duncan Diema, is currently out on a 1 million cash bail.
That police officer is right here in Rongai.
Which one?
The one who shot that boy.
Yeah.
Is working in Nyoto. All they do is transfer the police officers, as if we don't know that right now. Is currently right now in Nyoto. Because I remember I bumped into him and he was also shocked to see him. I'm like, bro, you work here. How? Because yeah.
The case is still in progress. Will Baby Yasin ever get justice?
No.
The 2024 Gen Z Maandamano killings. Rex Masai, Eric Shieni, David Chege, the 12-year-old boy from Rongai who took 8 bullets and the president still believed he was still alive, just to name a few, have not yet had their killers charged. Will they ever get justice? And the recent case, Albert Ojwang, killed in the hands of police officers for a social media post. So far, the police service has lied about his cause of death, but later apologized as if that would make any difference. The DCI reports continue to raise more questions instead of giving clarity. CCTV footage has been erased in Central Police Station again, making it a crime zone. Arrests have been made, apart from one, the complainant, the spark that led to the death of Ojwang, Eliud Lagat, DIG. Will Albert get justice? Clearly, police brutality has been occurring where citizens should feel most safe in their homes, in their neighborhoods, in peaceful protests. So the question is, who or what has allowed most of the officers to go rogue? Why do they seem fearless of the law they should be maintaining? Who continues to protect them, and why? Is police brutality officially the norm in Kenya? Join me on Tuesday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man. Police brutality has always been a norm. I mean, I'm not surprised. Personally, being a victim of facing assault from a police officer, and they brag, you're not gonna take them anywhere, you know, and they are above the law. They act like, you know, they're above the law, and there's nothing you're gonna do to them. It's not the first case. It's crazy the fact that this is happening and they are still doing it. This just shows us wako na kiburi ingine ya kutuonyesha hakuna mali mtatupeleka. Cause what is that supposed to indicate? That people are demonstrating about police brutality and we just seen a video of a police officer killing another person. What is that? What is that supposed to be? What message is that? And then who calls out on the deployment of the police officer? Let's go back to that.
And you know they've added in the new what is it called, budget? They've added another 100 billion Kenyan shillings that will go to the police. 100 billion. It was from 427 to 500 billion.
When was that?
We reported it 3 days ago.
This is because of the coming demonstration, literally.
And exactly. So
they want to boost the police energy,
so you ask
and
yourself,
ego.
Exactly. So you ask yourself, why are these police officers doing this? Why? Like, ask yourself, promised that they would be this merciless? Because right now I'm actually following this this chick, and people have started identifying the guy. Like, they're doing the BBC thing.
The police,
the shoes, the everything, and they've started identifying him. And
amazing.
And there is even pictures of him without the mask.
Nice.
Right now. And people are going to identify who he is, and it's going to be used as an example.
And you'll be found.
What the hell?
And it's not going to be nice for you. Because I think since last week, what we've seen, especially from Kenyans, is the rage of, even when they discover an undercover police who's on civilian clothes, they were beating them.
Exactly,
Remember, there were videos which are circulating of police officers being beaten. You're found with civilian clothes or masks. Shout out to the woman, by the way, who boldly, I think it's the same woman who has also been arrested. I've seen her fight back also on this particular video.
Yeah, the one in Coast.
Yeah. She's very courageous. I think she's the same person who tried to unmask the police on the other previous demonstration. It was a woman, right? You saw the video? So, yeah. It was a woman. So I think she could be the same woman, because anapeana too the same moves and all that. This is just super crazy. But as we move on, we have some updates here coming from Robert Alai. He says that they are not goons, they are patriotic Kenyans against anarchy. People had their businesses looted last week. I am happy to see their Nairobi businessmen block their looting after businesses of their businesses again. Why must they bear the brunt of the anarchy? So what this person is trying to say, not trying to be abusive, What they say, I'm trying to control my mouth. What this guy is trying to say is that these people, kwa hizo video si tunaona si ni wajinga. Wamama wanaubiwa simu na men who are coming from work just trying to go back home peacefully, their phones being looted. What is that? Not wanna try to stop biashara gani zisiibiwe na wanaibia watu kwa biashara wanatoka biashara zao.
You see,
like, what is this is crazy.
There are people that don't think before they talk. They're there to make the establishment happy. And I feel like that is what Robert Alai has become since being elected. He basically just wants to make the establishment or the government happy with everything he says. Mimi, that guy and Kasipu Longa nimeona like the same person.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, Kasipunda and Robert, same WhatsApp group.
Because they're thinking again.
They're just there to please the government. They're there to make the government give them positions of power.
Yeah.
You know, bootlickers, Uncle Toms.
Yep.
You get. So it's not something that at no point in life should you ever wonder what does Robert Alai think about this. Nobody cares. You're a sellout. You sold your soul to the highest bidder. You were a blogger. Okay? That's your claim to fame, a blogger. Mbona mnasikiza? And I was saying this earlier.
It's not even kusikiza kwa sababu kamle.
No, as in mbona huyu mtu hata anaongea?
Kutuona si ni wajinga. Because these people, I don't know, they think we're in the era of our parents where, again, people have phones, people are working with internet every second. We're getting information before your media covers and edits information.
So I was just looking at the big TV stations, media houses. Hakuna hata moja. Hakuna maandamano like
they can't
streaming.
They can't.
Unaona Citizen wamepost to goons wakipita pale kwa Sakaja wakisema Sakaja tena. That's what they posted.
They can't. You want to lose your job?
KTN walikuwa wameka sijui show gani hapo hivyo ya watu wana dance like no breaking news, no nothing like this. If you look at Hot 96
Aziza.
Omeka their topic right now is men being disrespected by women. That is what they are talking about. Men being disrespected by women. When a guy has been shot in the head in the CBD while selling masks, you choose to talk about men being disrespected by women. Come on, people. Like, we have to do better. We have to do better. If we are the fourth estate, and that means something. Okay? We have the three arms of government, and when they fail, the fourth estate, which is media, has to hold government accountable. People, journalism means something. It's not for sale. As the fourth estate, you have to be responsible. You have to hold ethics high, and this goes out to the media owners, because they've been instructed not to.
Who are the media owners?
Si wenyewe tu.
You know the media owners.
I won't mention names.
Yeah,
Lakini hadi wengine karibu time election wanataka ku announce their favorite candidate. Hadi anaambiwa hatuwezi. Sawa. But you know, like unapatiwa karatasi na bosi yako anakwambia soma hii kwa TV, huyu ndio ameshinda. And that is not true. What do? And I bet there's a directive that has gone forth.
Of course.
As the fourth estate, we have to hold integrity high. We have to be responsible for the public. We have to show the public what is happening. The truth matters.
We will
The
wait.
truth cannot be subjective.
You will wait for the mainstream media to give you that, because most of the people
And that's why
I won't cover the truth to lose my job.
And that's why you see.
You saw the threat that I think Yvonne I talk about Yvonne Nani. This she's an explainer, Naditanga the explainer. Yvonne someone on Citizen. You know her, right?
No, I don't.
I don't know Yvonne who, but there's a time during the demonstration last year, I remember when Ruto demanded for the list of the people who have been claimed kidnapped and not returned back to their home. She came back with a whole list, you know, of the people, like, because the information was being put out here. She came back with a whole list, and I remember literally there was a chant after that on TikTok for her to save her job. Like, what working tetea? She did nothing wrong. Like, because she came up, like, Mr. President, you requested for this, you know, as the media, this is a Citizen, we came up with this and this and this. So, talking about the media going out there and covering up the truth, and this is actually now globally, because this is why Iran has been hit, that mainstream TV, Gongwa Jana Pia, you know, because they're covering the truth of what the world shouldn't see and hear, because this other narrative is also trying to be controlled of how we, the victims, you know. So if you're trying to say that the country, because I believe Penitelekani Ruto aseme the country is now under attack, you know.
By who?
That's what he said last time during the demonstration. That's what they end up saying. The country is now under attack and we must do everything possible to protect the country. And this is why you see the KDF now being deployed, whatever.
Listen, at some point.
You see what Trump is doing, right?
Trump is crazy. You cannot
So
expect.
is he. So is this guy.
Yeah, same WhatsApp group. Eh?
Exactly.
How many cousins?
For real.
And there's a precedent that is being set, which is, we will do something wrong, you guys will react.
It's Hegelian dialectic, but I feel like it's more than an Hegelian dialectic right now.
Then we'll kill you. Y'all will be angry again. Y'all will come back
to the streets.
We'll kill you
and
again.
then we'll kill you again.
Then we'll start
It's crazy.
trying to, once we see it's too dangerous now, we'll try to calm down the situation, control the narrative, so that our international partners do not see us as a threat to their investments in this country.
And say we discovered that actually the protests were hijacked for this by goons.
By goons.
Ooh,
and we will get to the root of whoever
constructed this.
Yes, sponsored these goons.
Somebody will step down.
Yes.
As you always do,
So,
you know?
That was not a real police car. It had been painted. They stole the car. They stole the police uniforms. Lagat should not be allowed to resign. He should be getting charged.
Exactly. That's what I was wondering. Why is he resigning right now?
Investigations are going on. The resignation is not enough. Okay? We cannot cover up somebody's death by you saying, acha nitoke kwa hii kazi, imenishinda basi. You were part of the people that orchestrated for the murder of this young man. He was a teacher. He was a father.
A qualified teacher.
Okay?
I've seen Kuppet saying that they are going on
yes,
and they're actually not going because of that. Literally.
We, as a country, this country, in my opinion, it should come to a standstill. Tusimamishe hii nchi, tushuke.
And I feel like that's where we're headed, because I feel like now after this video, which is going viral crazy right now, and then at the really wrong time, really wrong time, it's just wrong timing. And it's wrong timing again because I think we've been saying of things being recurrent. When something happens, is a recurring situation, because so far I think we've had 3 cases of people have died now in the suicidal in the police officers.
We have the image of the police officer who shot Ali.
Let's see.
Ndio huyo.
Ashapatikana. Ashapatikana. People are tracing him. And people are using the online media. The people who took photos of them and they've compared them from where they're going to tembea and everything. He's already out.
Yeah, he must be found.
Yeah,
Because
that's him.
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
feel like
him.
actually, like right now where the heat, that's why you say the temperature is just different. You know, I'm not really sure about the temperature being different, but I just know it's not gonna be nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's from now it's not gonna be nice.
It is not a good.
There is
design
no
of it.
anything called peace in Kenya anymore. You know, people understand their rights. I understand democracy. You know, this is wrong, and then wrong timing with demonstrating about police brutality, and one of your own kills someone else innocently. The other man was just innocent for posting. Why are you being triggered by words? I don't understand why people get. Why are you being triggered by something you've seen online? Kwani ni wewe unajua watu wangapi wanaitwa Kiplagat? Ni watu wangapi wanaitwa sijui Kamlet?
But
How many people are called Joy and don't know?
why are you being triggered by criticism? How many people get criticized about their job and they don't go around killing people?
Why are you triggered?
Okay, are you trigger happy? Are you power drunk? Is it that you feel like you're in such a position that you can actually end lives, so now you're exercising that power over citizens that you should protect? Okay, when injustice becomes law, demonstrations and acts of civil disobedience are not a choice anymore. Civil disobedience is how society shows displeasure with the status quo. Kwendeni huko. Mwezi tuua.
Like this is gonna become worse. And then mind you, next week on 2020, on 25th, on 25th next week, people, Kenyans nationwide, they're supposed to go back to the street in general because of this young man who's currently being demonstrated about. And then it's gonna become worse because it's a 1-year anniversary of more Kenyans who lost their lives innocently for practicing the so-called democracy that is not obeyed by the top officials who are supposed to be practicing democracy. 1-year anniversary of innocent lives which were lost through police brutality again. Mtakijua itawaramba this time. And then 2027, I was seeing a video of I was going through multiple, I know, I was going through multiple.
Hadi kumenyesha.
You know, it's crazy, man. I was seeing video of Ruto sometime when he was saying 2027. What was the right time? 2027 sitaanguka mtihani.
Nani alisema hivyo?
Ruto. You say 2027 sitaanguka mtihani. So you're also trying to tell us how you're not stepping down. Apart from also trying to declare dictatorship, which is what you're trying to do, and making economy worse, you're telling us you're here to stay. It's crazy. As we literally come towards the end of the show, it's insane. You know, it's insane. And then he also says, I cannot be distracted. I am a man on a mission to transform this country. No amount of noise or propaganda will stop me. I am willing to pay the price, whatever it is.
It's 2 million.
He has so many prices to pay.
A lot of blood has been shed.
Atatumia 2 million
Please, unaweza nisaidia pakubwa, but bado you must step down. Hiyo ni pesa yangu actually unaimba ya tax. Nalipanga taxes za nini?
Ndio ni kushoot na ni buy bullets I shoot.
Ati kila mwe unalipa taxes za kufanya nini?
Za ku train cops kuua.
Alafu kuna mtu mnongwe fulani ananiambia hapa venye they are trained to kill you.
Oh yeah. Si kuua wanyama. Kuua watu.
Kuua watu.
Si wanyama. The police are trained to kill people.
That's what they're trained to do. So you better stop what they will kill.
So you get what that narrative says? Our police officers are not trained to serve us.
They're trained to kill.
To kill us.
Yeah.
They're trained to be instruments of intimidation on the public.
Yep. And you have to accept that.
At some point, you have to ask yourself some very simple questions. You know, like what does it actually mean to be a police officer?
I can shoot you with a gun.
No, like what is it? Look at countries where police officers actually serve people. Like somebody can actually call 911 and get help.
Oh no, I don't know anywhere. I'm not really sure, being honest, because in America,
no,
as a black person, if you do so, you get shot.
By 911, it's hypothetical. Like there are countries, like Nordic countries, okay, Japan to some extent, where utapoteza wallet leo msee achukue akutafute for a week akupe na iko na pesa yako yote.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it happens. People have the only thing they steal in Japan in large numbers is umbrellas.
Why?
Because it's always and then
why are you stealing an umbrella?
So every time when you get into like the duka in Japan, like whatever, like a storage shop. So what to do? And they're gone. But at your property, kuibiwa at your pesa yako, it's not something that happens. And that isn't even police. That's just the general public. You have countries where police will come help you get your cat kutoka kwa mti. Okay?
Those sounds like Asian countries, man. Because, man, the rest of the world is just cruel.
Some countries actually have...
UK, what would you say about the UK police?
I will never give a good example of Western police. Because they're the exact example that has been replicated here.
Yep.
You get? So I'll talk about countries where I can see their police actually do something positive.
Yeah.
And that is, why can't you help your people? Like, is that so hard? Is it so hard to actually help people?
Yeah.
To actually want, at some point,
the system won't run accordingly.
You have to realize that sisi tunajinyanyasa venye tulinyanyaswa na walio tunyanyasa. This is trauma that is being passed along from polisi kutoka hiyo time walikuwa wanapiga watu.
Yeah.
Hadi saa hii bado tu wanapiga watu. Always
know your people.
And your people.
Literally.
It's so sad.
That is just what is.
I always say slavery is very active still in Africa, but still through our people.
It is.
Through
This is slavery.
Like, for real.
This is slavery. Because without the gun, without the uniform, who are you as a police officer?
Nobody.
You're a common mwananchi.
Mwizi.
And I feel like that's why. That's why the police are isolated. Because
yeah.
Trust me, if somebody would have
and they
known,
go through depression.
If somebody would have known, eti unakuanga polisi na hapo ndo naishi. Na mimi ni jirani yako. Unadhani aonge kujiwa? They don't. That's why they live alone in their own spaces. Unadhani it's for security, but it's because they want to actually change their mindset of living with the common man.
Yes, because and that's something the former president tried to implement, where he had this plan to integrate police amongst watu wa kawaida. Hizi mabarak za polisi na wao kuishi isolated, hiyo kazi yote iishi.
Hapana.
So
wakae huko kwenye wanaweza handoliana. Hata waizi survive na sisi. Ukasirika kitu kidogo alafu kuja hapo ni shoot, bro.
No, but you know they're not supposed to carry guns.
You know they're not. You know that they give back their guns every evening.
Every evening, yes. Yeah. You don't carry your gun home.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
It is.
Where's the other gun home? It's not your property. That's why the guns are hired from the police station.
The goons hire the guns from
the
police station?
Yes.
For real?
Yeah.
Hadi zima jacket because unajua ziko na numbers. It's only for one specific. Uliza guna nafanyia nini? Si alienda kuhaya.
From the police station, you guys gotta be kidding. I've always thought these guys carry the guns at home.
They don't. No.
So that's why it's easy for goons to go hire them.
No.
Unaenda na every time unaenda na report.
It is not that we karao moja na hire gun yake secretly. It is a racket. It is structured crime. Organized crime.
So amwezi nisema, tuwezi semana like.
Tunasemana aje na si wote tunakulia.
Unaona ukisemana ukisemana unakuwa Elijah.
Alafu ona.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unacheki. Alafu the thing is, si wote tunakulia. Number 1. Number 2, hizi guns zikiwa huko nje ndio zinatuletea mboka.
Kuliko zikiwa hapa. Damn.
So there was a shooting where hapo tunaenda kukula kakitu kutoka kwa hiyo familia kwanza ndio tujue venye. Unajua mama, lazima gari ya serikali iwekwe mafuta ndio tu investigate hizi vitu.
Hold on. So the gun has been hired to go do a crime, then from the same crime they're gonna eat money.
Yeah. See what I've solved your crime.
It's crazy, bro.
See, they're solving the crime.
You're supposed to be solving a crime without taking no funds from me.
You decide $1
Have you ever dealt with police? Hakuna polisi mimi kwa maisha yangu ashainifanyia kitu
for free. Utalipa fee?
No, I never dealt with police officers.
I
never want.
There's nothing for free. There's nothing for free.
Because atakwambia ulipe fee ile kukuja hapo siji kufuatilia nini.
There's nothing for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is crazy. It's so toxic. I'm tired at this point. I'm exhausted.
It's draining by the way.
Ushaisikia when two oxen fight wakigongana nyasi ndio inaumia.
Yeah.
Sasa sisi kuna wezi, polisi na Wakenya. Sisi ndio nyasi.
I'm waiting to see on 25th personally next week to see how it's gonna be. That's I think my closing remark of today. Before I go through the comments very quickly, shout out to you Jiba Jabba and to everyone who's with us on the chat. Thank you for hitting that like button. I appreciate you guys. And of course, in case you're new, also do remember to subscribe and hit that like button as well if you're enjoying the conversation. We're talking about what is happening in Kenya. Demonstrations that have been happening since last week, but today seems a little bit heated. We have goons who have been paid, of course, by our county governor, that is Nairobi County Governor, and of course, other unknown officials. They're there screaming Ruto to stay for another 5 years. Of course, you understand these are paid people. Others are saying, we're protecting the city, and they are going stealing from women, men coming from work. So it's just crazy to see we have an official saying that these are not goons, they are people protecting the businesses. And then we also have a young man who has been shot just few hours ago, and this is on the demonstration of end police brutality. So on 25th of June we have a mass demonstration. Kenyans are supposed to turn out. Of course, this also marks an anniversary of last year's demonstration. So we're gonna see how things are gonna be. It's quite disturbing now to see these images coming from the streets, but of course those are the news and updates coming right now from the 254. But I say Juba Jabba hi to you too. It says we have the same distractions here. Kamlesh is correct, and he also says we need an official inquiry. Let's form a commission. His Excellency is a narcissist. They react that way. That's dangerous for a leader. And I also see he says you have three. Have a good evening. You three have a good evening. Oh, thank you so much, and of course thank you for hopping in. He also says most police around the globe train in Israel, and also says so they get hired for hit, then charge the grieving family to investigate the crime. Exactly, which is just also something I'm learning today because I've never known that. I always think the cops get to go home with their guns, and then the goons come and hire from here, because I've seen that happening and operating around where I grew up. You could see guns, so it's crazy. And then the last comment of the day, as we get closing remarks from Shmani and Kamlesh, is that y'all stay safe. Is the rain has stopped. Back to my black show. But it's raining there too. Stay safe and stay warm, and see you of course on the Africa Today show if you'll be able to catch up of course with me and Mr. Blackwood Fire. Much love. Closing remarks, guys.
The power is in your hands. As you don't stop fighting, you have to take the power. That is my closing remark. Have a beautiful one. Take care of yourself, your families and friends. Much love.
We shouldn't stay negotiating with the government for our lives, my people. Okay? That's all I have to say. You're free.
That's what's up. Peace, family. Have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Here is Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, all the way in Switzerland.
Storyteller,